Hey guys, it's Craig with Landscape Travel and Living. And today, let's take a look at my apartment so you can learn more about renting or owning property in Colombia. Welcome to our beehive. So folks, this apartment I live in was made in the 90s. And these apartments have some pros and cons, some things I like and I don't like so much. One of the things I like about the older apartments in Colombia is that they have a lot more space. As you can see here, we have a decent living room slash dining room area. It's not by any means huge, but it's bigger than some of the newer, smaller apartments I've been in. I also like that it has these big windows here that let in a ton of light. And I get light both in the morning and in the kitchen area, I get light in the afternoon. However, one of the cons about a lot of apartments in Colombia is they all seem to have these metal doors which are paper thin. Yeah, it's okay, Blue, settle down. Sorry guys, I have a German Shepherd and making sure everything's okay. Anyway, we have these metal doors and they're paper thin. You can hear everything through them. Some homeowners associations are pretty flexible. They'll let you put in a wooden door like the neighbor below, but some aren't, and you're just stuck with this kind of door, unfortunately. Another thing I don't like about older apartments is they tend to use this like caulk or tar, I don't know what it is, in the windows, and over time it starts to come out. So sometimes when you shut a door real hard or the wind blows really hard, the windows will rattle. So another thing I don't like is they tend to all have this ugly brown color for the doors, for the around the windows, and then the floors tend to be this brown tile. So what I've done to make it a little bit more lively is I put up pictures of my family, pictures that I've taken here in Colombia. I have a colorful rug and a bunch of plants to help spice everything up and just make it feel more like home. And the last thing is that apartments from this area really don't have elevators, which isn't too bad. We live on the 4th floor, but when I have to carry up a 60-pound dog of bag food, yeah, it's a little hard. So let's check out the kitchen. Again, the nicer thing about these older apartments is they're a little bit bigger, and I like it because the kitchen here is actually separated from your living room and slash dining room area. And I've been in smaller apartments where it's just all kind of squashed together. I also really love these stainless steel countertops. Maybe they don't look pretty, but I love the convenience of just being able to put a hot pan right on them. Some of the newer apartments, they use marble or synthetics, and you would just destroy the countertop if you did that. So I love that practicality. On the other side, most apartments in Colombia, even today, don't have enough outlets, so you're going to need to get some of these. And in general, apartments here in Colombia just don't have enough storage, so that's why we've done things like this, and I put up shelves over here, which has been a big help. So let's go on to the laundry room area. I really like this area. It's a decent size. It's not huge, but it's better than some apartments I've been in. Some apartments, they have a laundry room. I guess we could call it a laundry room closet, but that would be being generous. Here I have plenty of space for my laundry machine. I have plenty of space for a deep sink and a place to wash clothes. There's also a place to hang clothing, and with this big window here, they dry pretty fast. And I actually kind of just like to hang out here because it has a real nice view in the afternoon. So if we look over here, we have more storage space that I put in. I bought these plastic things to help add some extra space to put our cleaning supplies, and I guess I would call this my junk cabinet. And up here, of course, I have my tools. Oh, and a real important thing for living in Colombia is you need a water filter. Here, I guess you could technically drink the water, but it's best to filter it. And this thing's cheap. You just fill it up with water. It has some type of clay material. It filters through and it'll last, gosh, I would say at least a year. Now, most of these older apartments will have a maid's room, which we've turned into, excuse me, which we've turned into my wife's office. She works from home now and then. Say hi.
Hi.
She doesn't like being on camera. And At the end it has, I guess you could call it a bathroom, but yeah, we just have it filled up with junk. Anyway, let's go on and let's look at the bedrooms. Not counting the maid's room, this apartment has in total 3 bedrooms, 2 of which we've made into offices. For some reason, I really like this hallway area. I used to have a English school, so used to have a flag, and just to add a little color here, I put the flag up, and you know, it reminds me of where I'm from, and you know, the America I grew up in, at least people still have this common sense of ideals, you know, liberty, justice, common decency for everyone. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people have lost sight of that, which is a shame. But anyway, let's take a look at my office here. What I really love about this room is it gets a lot of nice sun on the afternoon like this, and I love to sit in my chair and just soak it all up. Over here I have all my supplies for making videos, and a lot of times, like I said, you have to get organizers, so we have finally everything all nice and organized. And then over here I have my teaching supplies. I'm still teaching some classes and at the same time consulting with people who want to come live in Colombia. But yeah, real nice place to sit and work. And over on the other side, we have our editing room. We have a nice big screen with a Mac computer that makes everything so easy. And you know, the rooms aren't big, they're decent size, they're not huge though. So we propped the bed up on the side. And that's nice because at least if we have any surprise guests, they have somewhere to sleep. On the other side of our hallway is our bedroom. What I love about it is that this room is set off from the road. It's on the opposite side of the road. And if you don't know much about Colombia, Colombia has horrible traffic noise. On top of it, we're near a military base, so they shut the road down at night. And it's so wonderful. Just, it's so quiet. You can hear a pin drop. We have this nice big corner window, and it lets in all kind of light. Over here, we have our bathroom, and of course, I have more plants. I guess I have a collection problem. The only bad thing I would say about it is we have electrical shower head. It's not too bad, especially here since the water isn't cold. But if you're somewhere where it's really cold or the water's coming in cold, yeah, electric shower head like that's not going to be enough. And that's fairly common in a lot of Colombian apartments, that they don't have a water heater installed. Overall, my apartment isn't perfect, but it's a real lovely place to be. And for under $300 a month, this is a really nice place to call home.